open trailer. Super baller. My friend Andrew hooked me up with his friend Sean that lives here.
Where?
He's in Colorado. Oh, we're in Colorado in April. It's snowing. The snow has subsided a little bit. So that's a good sign. But, so I got a smoking deal on it. Couldn't refuse. I'm gonna sell my open trailer, my steel one, when I get home. I've always wanted one of these since I was like 16. So I'm pretty stoked on that. So I need vice grips, which I don't think I have. This seems legit. Interesting. Alright, so we got this TI that one of my Instagram followers messaged me about. And he was like, hey man, do you want a free TI? And I was like, yeah, that sounds sweet. I'm not sure if a lot of you guys know, but the TI has a lot of proprietary parts on it. So using it for parts, or maybe a car to kick around in, is definitely pretty good.
I know. I said that. Oh.
Money! Oh no! That's not gonna reach though.
Can you flip it around?
Yeah, but then that one won't reach. God damn it. Well, I just need to start and get on the trailer, so. It's gonna reach? Oh yeah! It's definitely not the best ground, but it's all good. Well, we're just gonna deal with it with the high idle. Our little door handle here. It works so good though.
It's adorable.
Alright, so the class is how to suck less at drifting. And I don't mean that in a negative way. Everybody here sucks at some part of drifting. I suck at some part of drifting as well. I run into everyone, and that sucks. I also blow the back of my car off every single day that I drive it, which sucks. I mean, it's cool and all, but that's just me over driving the car, which sucks. So don't take offense to that. I had someone at the last class talk to me afterwards and took offense to that. And I was like, you probably suck a lot then. Anyways, obviously it's not ideal to have a ton of scrub. If you're running lower than like a 0 offset wheel in the front, you're being affected by that. Now, if you have 70 degrees of steering angle and you slip a 5 or 10 mil spacer on to get the clearance so you're not rubbing the tire on shit, for sure, like that's what you're gonna do. But like on my car, I run steering limiters on my SLR kit because I don't have enough room to run super wide offset wheels. So I limit the last 5 degrees by just slipping on a limiter. On S13, it's about 90%. So that means your 10K spring in the back, which I'm not saying anybody should run 10K, just 10 is a round number, would be about a 9K spring because it's about 90% of its use. Meaning this has a slight amount of leverage on where that is. Now, in the back of an E36, your spring is about here. It's at 59%. So your 10K spring is a 5.9K spring. So now, like, oh, my S-chassis homies, they run 5K spring in the back. A 5K spring on a BMW won't even hold the car up. It'll just compress it all the way. Obviously, having the car being light is always an advantage, unless you're running Pro 2 and your car has to weigh 2,900 or something. But yeah, so you want to be like with bash bar stuff. I always would say box. The frame rail is very strong, very safe, and then build something outside of that that can take the crushing impact. It's like going to the skate park with all your friends and going to ride and shit and jamming and having a good time. Like that's what it's like. It's the same thing. Like when I go to fun events, it's just like that. When I go to FD, it's like a class reunion every week I go. Like it's like I get to hang out with all my friends and everybody every weekend and drive, and we're all trying to beat each other, but at the same time, like almost everybody's friends with everyone. So
basically, we found out there's a lot of different ways to achieve what you're trying to do with different suspension settings, car setups. There's a lot of different things that depend on what you're looking for as a driver and what kind of specific chassis you have. But all in all, there's a lot of little adjustments you can make based off of what you're looking for in a car, depending on grip levels, power levels, tires, all that. So I learned a lot of specifics like that. So it was certainly helpful for us for setting up our chassis this year.
Tire pressure too.
Yeah, and tire pressure, stuff like that.
Get him up. Get it.
all right, so we're here at Colorado National Speedway, and I'm doing an instructional clinic today. Last night we did a classroom session where we had about 40 people show up, and I went over car setup and sustainability of drifting, and everybody seemed to be pretty positive about it, learned a lot, everyone was thankful for it. So today we're doing it at the track day. We're not going to use the bank for most of the day. At the end of the day, I'll let people freestyle and do what they want to do, but the key here is more technical and using each aspect of the car, making people work for it and figure out how to extend their car, slow down their car, and continue drift. Let's back up a little bit, sweeper's coming. So we're setting up a very technical track. It'll have a pretty high speed entry, about 75 or so, and then immediately slow down to a turn that's about 20 miles per hour, and then slowly speed back up to maybe 65 or 70, and then slow down again at the last section. So sweeper's coming by, so I'll be as loud as I can, but should be pretty simple. It's gonna stress everybody out for the first couple hours, I think, and then once everybody figures it out, it'll be fun and rewarding for them. But it allows me to look at people's driving and set them up and set their car up to work at pretty much any track with a setup like this. So let's see how it goes. The outer zone, once you get to that zone, you're gonna look ahead at the next thing you wanna do. And as soon as you do that, next thing, you're always looking ahead, at least 200 feet. All right, so just go take a lap and try it out.
Well, you know, it needs a little bit of love. Learned a lot the past 2 days in the classroom session on track. Definitely need more side grip. That's one thing I learned, so I will be adding a rear sway bar to this thing and possibly a front sway bar, but also some weight reduction, a few other tips and tricks that he taught us. So if you ever get the opportunity to do one of these classes, definitely do it. It's certainly beneficial and a heck of a lot of fun.
So we just got done with the Colorado Drift School class session. Everybody improved quite a bit. I was pretty stoked to see some guys that were first time drifting going from doing donuts in the parking lot to basically doing super fast entries, getting through the track, not linking it, not doing amazing, but for what they were doing and how they started, they were doing really well. And then some of the guys that have been driving here forever, running all the events, like basically would be the local pros here, had learned quite a bit, and they were able to shred this track even harder than before. You know, just trying to instill confidence in people that maybe are lacking it, and just like the little things like, oh, hey, your car has a lot of steering angle, but your tires rub everything in the front of your car. That's why you're spinning and driving terrible. It's not you, it's your car. You made a poor decision with the tire size. Change the tire size. Go out and drive. Boom, way better. You know, those types of things are the differences that can make someone who is a really good driver just have a ton of trouble. So, you know, overall it was a pretty good event. I think there was 20 cars here and like about 23 or 24 people drove. Everything from E36 M3s to RX-7s with LT1s, and there was a couple Mustangs out there, SN95s, a pretty wild SN95 that I drove with like all tubular arms and pretty crazy. But yeah, it was just overall positive vibes. Everybody was here to learn, and it's always good. Like, nobody was driving like an idiot. There's only a couple people that ran some cones over and did some stupid shit. So overall, success. Now, drive all the way home, 1,300 miles with this TI and my new sweet featherlite trailer. Pretty stoked on that. So we're bringing some goodies back, and I'm gonna sell my open trailer. So if anybody needs a trailer, hit me up. Let me know what you need. It's $2,500 for a steel deck trailer with a dovetail and new tires and really nice setup steel deck trailer. So if you need it, hit me up because I just upgraded. See you guys.
Get him, pup. Get him. Go, Dad. Yeah.
This is how you go through the drive-thru with a trailer. You can't even see it. It's all blurry. My window's so dirty. You just drive up over it. We got this. Ultimate laziness.